The space industry has long been a frontier dominated by government agencies. However, a seismic shift is taking place as private companies begin to take the reins of innovation. At the heart of this revolution in India is Skyroot Aerospace, a company making history as the first to launch a privately designed rocket in the nation's space program. The rise of Skyroot symbolizes not just a new dawn for Indian space exploration, but also the unlocking of private entrepreneurship's potential in reaching the stars. In this video, we'll explore the incredible journey of Skyroot Aerospace, the evolution of India's private space sector, and what this means for the future of global space competition. Welcome to the AI Lib. Skyroot Aerospace was born from the convergence of two brilliant minds, Pawan Kumar Chandana and Naga Bharath Dhaka. Both had a shared love for space exploration, which led them to work at India's space agency, ISRO. They weren't content with just being part of a government organization, though. Instead, they envisioned a future where the private sector could take a leading role in space, pushing innovation in ways that bureaucratic organizations simply couldn't. Both founders had crucial experience working on some of ISRO's most advanced missions, including the LVM-3 rocket, which was responsible for carrying out India's interplanetary missions. But as they honed their skills and learned the intricacies of rocket science, they realized that the private sector held immense untapped potential. Inspired by the successes of companies like SpaceX and Rocket Lab, Pawan and Naga saw an opportunity to replicate India's reputation for cost-effective space missions in the private sphere. In 2018, they took the bold step of leaving ISRO to establish Skyroot Aerospace. Starting a space company wasn't easy, especially in a country where space exploration had been almost exclusively controlled by the government. Yet, their background with ISRO gave them the technical expertise and credibility needed to attract initial investments. With a modest $1.5 million raised in seed funding, they began assembling a team of experts to bring their vision of affordable and scalable rocket launches to life. The mission was clear: lower the cost of accessing space and provide a viable alternative for small satellite launches. Skyroot's journey started with a focus on innovation and the dream of contributing to the global space economy. They set out to create an affordable platform for launching small payloads into orbit, targeting a growing market segment with increasing demand. With the cost of satellite construction decreasing and the demand for satellite-based services skyrocketing, Skyroot was positioned to ride the wave of the new space race. Starting a private space company in India posed several challenges, both financial and regulatory. Raising capital for a space venture, especially one that sought to compete on a global scale, wasn't easy. Investors were cautious, unsure of the market potential in a sector traditionally dominated by government entities. But Skyroot's founders were undeterred. They knew that, with the right technology and cost structure, they could revolutionize how India and the world viewed private space missions. One of the early challenges for Skyroot was finding the right talent. Building a rocket requires not just passion, but also a team of highly skilled engineers, scientists, and technologists who understand the complexities of aerospace design. The co-founders turned to their network, recruiting talent from within ISRO as well as from the private sector. This combination of experience from both government space missions and private enterprise would prove critical in developing their first rocket. The regulatory environment was another hurdle. At the time, there were no clear guidelines for private companies looking to operate in India's space sector. This meant that Skyroot had to work closely with ISRO to navigate the maze of rules and permissions required to conduct space operations. However, the founders were prepared for these obstacles, having anticipated the slow evolution of India's regulatory landscape. What kept them going during these early struggles was the vision of India as a key player in the global space market. They believed that India's proven track record of cost-effective missions could be translated into the private sector, providing affordable solutions for the growing demand for satellite launches. With determination and a clear business strategy, they began working on their first major project, the Vikram series of rockets. Skyroot's flagship project, the Vikram rocket series, stands as a testament to the company's ambition and innovative approach. Named in honor of Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, the visionary behind India's space program, the Vikram series aims to deliver something the global space industry desperately needs: flexible, reliable, and cost-effective launch options for small satellites. In an era where miniaturized satellite technology is exploding, With applications ranging from global communications to advanced Earth observation, Skyroot positioned itself in the right market at the right time. Unlike traditional rockets, which are often custom-built for a specific payload or mission, the Vikram series was designed with a modular approach. This adaptability allows the same rocket platform to be reconfigured for different types of payloads, reducing the need to develop entirely new rockets for each launch. This not only lowers costs significantly, but also shortens turnaround times between missions. Skyroot's engineers meticulously crafted a system that could cater to a variety of satellite sizes and configurations, offering a more agile solution for the rapidly evolving satellite market. Vikram S, the first of the series, was a suborbital rocket designed to serve as a proof of concept for the entire Vikram platform. The successful launch of Vikram S in November 2022 marked a pivotal moment, not just for Skyroot, but for India's space sector as a whole. It was a symbol of what private innovation could achieve when coupled with the knowledge and expertise gained from years of experience at ISRO. Vikram S carried several small payloads, demonstrating that Skyroot's technology could reliably and efficiently transport objects into space. It became the first privately developed Indian rocket to ever reach space, etching Skyroot's name in the annals of history. This was more than a technical achievement. The Vikram S launch signified the opening of a new chapter in Indian space exploration, one where private companies could finally compete on the global stage. By showing that a privately built rocket could meet stringent safety and reliability standards, Skyroot set a new precedent, inspiring a wave of confidence among investors, scientists, and policymakers alike. The success of Vikram S is just the beginning. The Vikram rocket series has several more iterations planned, with the Vikram 1 as the next major milestone. Vikram 1 will be a fully orbital rocket, capable of carrying significantly larger payloads into space. Unlike Vikram S, which was suborbital, Vikram 1 is designed to reach higher altitudes and deliver satellites into precise orbits, opening the door to a range of commercial opportunities from telecommunications to weather monitoring. The development of Vikram 1 is a much larger endeavor, requiring greater technical complexity, rigorous testing, and significantly more investment. Yet, Skyroot is confident that its innovative modular approach and advanced propulsion systems will allow it to succeed where others have struggled. The Vikram series also focuses heavily on eco-friendly propulsion technologies, an increasingly important aspect in the modern space race. Skyroot's engineers have developed green propulsion systems that minimize the environmental impact of rocket launches, an area of growing concern as the number of missions into space continues to rise. With governments and corporations worldwide looking for more sustainable ways to explore space, Skyroot's dedication to green technology gives it an edge in the global market. Skyroot's progress with the Vikram series reflects its broader mission of making space more accessible and affordable. By developing a scalable, reusable platform, they are setting the stage for a future where space exploration isn't limited to governments and large corporations, but open to smaller companies and even individuals. In a world where the number of small satellites being launched is projected to grow exponentially over the next decade, Skyroot's flexible and cost-efficient solutions could help democratize space access, making it possible for startups, universities, and even developing nations to launch their own missions. One of the key factors behind Skyroot's success was its collaboration with ISRO. While Skyroot aimed to operate independently as a private company, its founders understood the value of partnering with India's premier space organization. In fact, Skyroot became the first private company to sign an agreement with ISRO to use its facilities, including launch pads and testing sites. This partnership was groundbreaking. By utilizing ISRO's existing infrastructure, Skyroot could significantly reduce the costs associated with developing and launching rockets. This collaboration also highlighted the evolving nature of India's space sector. In the past, ISRO was the only player in town, handling every aspect of space exploration, from satellite development to launch operations. However, with the introduction of private companies like Skyroot, India's space landscape was transforming, with ISRO playing a more supportive, regulatory role. Skyroot's partnership with ISRO wasn't just about cost savings. It was also about credibility. By aligning with ISRO, Skyroot could demonstrate to potential customers and investors that its technology met the highest standards of reliability and safety. This trust was crucial in securing more investments and contracts, allowing Skyroot to expand its operations rapidly. The collaboration also set a precedent for other private companies looking to enter the space sector. Skyroot's success paved the way for future private ventures, demonstrating that working alongside ISRO could unlock new opportunities for growth and innovation. The partnership was also a signal to the global space community that India was ready to embrace private enterprise as a key component of its space ambitions. Skyroot's journey has been closely tied to the Indian government's space reforms, which were introduced in 2020. These reforms were a game-changer, allowing private companies to participate in space activities that had previously been the sole domain of ISRO. For decades, ISRO had been the only organization authorized to launch satellites and conduct space missions. But with the new reforms, private players like Skyroot could enter the market, using their own technologies to develop and launch rockets. The reforms were designed to boost India's share of the global space economy, which is projected to reach $1 trillion in the coming decades. Despite India's technological capabilities, the country held only a small percentage of the global space market. The government recognized that in order to compete on a global scale, India needed to encourage private innovation and investment in space. Skyroot was one of the first companies to take advantage of these reforms. By partnering with ISRO and using the new regulatory framework, Skyroot was able to streamline its operations and focus on scaling its technology. The reforms allowed the company to access government infrastructure, including launch pads and testing facilities, which significantly reduced costs and accelerated development timelines. In many ways, the space reforms were the catalyst that allowed companies like Skyroot to thrive. They provided the regulatory clarity and support needed to attract private investment, while also encouraging collaboration between the public and private sectors. The reforms also set the stage for a more competitive and innovative space industry in India, one where private companies could take on missions that were once reserved for government agencies. While Skyroot's achievements are impressive, they are part of a larger global trend. The space industry is undergoing a profound transformation as private companies enter the fray, challenging traditional space agencies. Skyroot's competitors are not just in India but across the world, with companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Rocket Lab leading the charge in the global space race. Skyroot has positioned itself well within this competitive landscape by focusing on affordability. While SpaceX and Blue Origin are known for their ambitious missions, including crewed space flights and interplanetary travel, Skyroot's strategy is to target the growing market for small satellite launches. This segment of the market is rapidly expanding as more companies and governments seek to launch constellations of small satellites for communication, Earth observation, and scientific research. Skyroot's Vikram series of rockets is designed to meet this demand by providing cost-effective, scalable solutions for launching small payloads into space. By focusing on efficiency and affordability, Skyroot aims to capture a significant share of the global small satellite launch market, competing not just with Indian companies, but with international players as well. The global space race is not just about exploration, but also about economic opportunity. As space becomes more accessible, new markets are opening up for everything from space tourism to in-space manufacturing. Skyroot's long-term vision includes expanding beyond satellite launches into areas like reusable rockets and interplanetary missions, positioning itself as a major player in the future of space exploration. One of the key factors that differentiates Skyroot from its competitors is its focus on innovation. The Vikram rocket series is designed with flexibility and cost efficiency in mind. Unlike traditional rockets, which are often built for specific payloads, the Vikram rockets are modular, meaning they can be adapted for different missions and payload sizes. This adaptability is crucial in a market where the demand for small satellite launches is rapidly increasing. Another area where Skyroot has innovated is in the use of 3D printing technology. The company has developed a fully 3D printed cryogenic engine, which significantly reduces the cost and time required to build rocket components. 3D printing allows for faster prototyping and production, enabling Skyroot to iterate on its designs more quickly and bring new technology to market faster than traditional manufacturing methods would allow. Skyroot is also investing in green propulsion technology, which uses eco-friendly fuels to power its rockets. This focus on sustainability is becoming increasingly important as the space industry grows and concerns about environmental impact rise. By developing greener propulsion systems, Skyroot is positioning itself as a forward-thinking company that is not only focused on technological innovation, but also on minimizing its environmental footprint. The company's commitment to innovation is evident in its rapid progress. In just a few years, Skyroot has gone from a startup with a dream to a company that successfully launched India's first privately developed rocket into space. This emphasis on cutting-edge technology and cost-effective solutions has set Skyroot apart from both its domestic and international competitors. While Skyroot's success so far has been remarkable, the road ahead is full of challenges. The company's next major milestone will be the launch of Vikram 1, a fully orbital rocket designed to carry larger payloads into space. Unlike Vikram S, which was a suborbital test flight, Vikram 1 will need to demonstrate the ability to place satellites into orbit, a much more complex and challenging task. Achieving this will require not only technical expertise, but also significant financial resources. Skyroot has already raised several rounds of funding, but scaling up to full orbital launches will require even more investment. The company is in talks with international investors and venture capitalists to secure the funding needed to take Vikram 1 from concept to launch. Another challenge is competition. While Skyroot has been a pioneer in India's private space sector, other companies are quickly entering the market. To stay ahead, Skyroot will need to continue innovating and improving its technology, ensuring that its rockets are not only cost-effective but also reliable and scalable. Finally, there's the challenge of global expansion. While India's space market is growing, Skyroot's long-term success will depend on its ability to compete in international markets. This means not only meeting the technical requirements of global customers, but also navigating the complex regulatory environments of different countries. Skyroot is already working on expanding its reach, signing agreements with international partners to offer its launch services to a global clientele. Skyroot's success has broader implications for India's space economy. Historically, India's space program has been driven by ISRO, which focused primarily on government-led missions. However, with the rise of private companies like Skyroot, the space sector is becoming more dynamic and commercially oriented. This shift is transforming India into a global player in the space industry, with the potential to compete with established spacefaring nations like the United States, Russia, and China. The privatization of space in India is also creating new economic opportunities. As more private companies enter the market, there is a growing demand for skilled labor, leading to the creation of new jobs in fields like engineering, manufacturing, and data analysis. Skyroot's success is encouraging other entrepreneurs to enter the space sector, further driving innovation and economic growth. Additionally, India's cost-effective model for space missions is becoming a key selling point in the global market. Skyroot's ability to offer affordable launch solutions is attracting interest from international customers, including governments and private companies looking to launch small satellites. This influx of foreign investment is helping to boost India's space economy, positioning the country as a hub for space-related innovation and commerce. As the space industry continues to evolve, India is poised to play a leading role, not just in terms of launching satellites, but in shaping the future of space exploration. Skyroot's success is a testament to the potential of India's private sector, showing that with the right vision and support, Indian companies can compete on the global stage. While Skyroot's current focus is on developing affordable launch vehicles for small satellites, the company's long-term vision extends far beyond Earth's orbit. In the future, Skyroot aims to develop reusable rockets, a technology that has the potential to drastically reduce the cost of space travel. Reusable rockets are seen as the next big leap in space exploration, with companies like SpaceX leading the charge. By developing its own reusable rocket technology, Skyroot hopes to make space travel even more accessible and cost-effective. In addition to reusable rockets, Skyroot is exploring the possibility of interplanetary missions. While this might seem like a distant goal, the company's founders believe that the privatization of space will eventually lead to commercial missions to the Moon, Mars, and beyond. Skyroot is already laying the groundwork for these future missions, investing in the research and development needed to build spacecraft capable of long-duration flights. Skyroot's ambition is to be more than just a launch provider. The company envisions a future where it plays a key role in space exploration, working alongside ISRO and other international space agencies to push the boundaries of what's possible. Whether it's building lunar bases or sending probes to distant planets, Skyroot wants to be at the forefront of humanity's expansion into the cosmos. This long-term vision is what sets Skyroot apart from many other space startups. While the company is focused on immediate commercial opportunities, it is also investing in the future of space exploration. By thinking beyond Earth's orbit, Skyroot is positioning itself as a company that's not just building rockets, but building the future of space travel. Skyroot's journey would not have been possible without the support of the Indian government. The space reforms introduced in 2020 were a turning point for the company, providing the regulatory framework needed to operate in the space sector. These reforms not only allowed Skyroot to launch its rockets, but also opened up opportunities for other private companies to enter the market, creating a more competitive and innovative space ecosystem in India. The government's role in supporting the private space sector goes beyond just regulation. Skyroot has benefited from government initiatives like Startup India, which provides financial and logistical support to new companies. Additionally, the Indian government has actively encouraged collaboration between ISRO and private companies, recognizing that public-private partnerships are essential for driving innovation in space. Looking ahead, the government is likely to play an even bigger role in Skyroot's future success. As India continues to invest in its space infrastructure, including the development of a space station and reusable launch vehicles, companies like Skyroot will have more opportunities to contribute to these ambitious projects. The government's vision of making India a global space power is closely aligned with Skyroot's mission, creating a symbiotic relationship that will drive both the company and the country's space sector forward. So, what do you think? Can Skyroot Aerospace transform India into a global leader in space technology? Will they revolutionize the cost of space travel for small satellites and beyond? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any future updates. Check out the videos appearing on your screen right now for more insights and stories from the world of technology. This is the AI Lib. Stay tuned.